Fox Media Group station.
ESPN Radio Sports Center.
I'm John Ryder. Awards continue to be handed out in Major League Baseball. Tonight, the Cy Young Award winners announced. Winner of the National League is Mets righty Jacob deGrom, who led the majors with a 1.70 ERA. AL winner is 25-year-old Tampa Bay lefty Blake Snell, who led the majors in wins with 21, led the American League with a 1.89 ERA. Red Sox have agreed on a contract extension with manager Alex Cora through the 2021 season. The financial terms have not been announced. NBA drama with Golden State after Monday's late-game heated exchange between Draymond Green and Kevin Durant. Green reportedly bringing up Durant's impending free agency, with Green being suspended for last night's game without pay. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski.
They're coming to a point where their bench is going to get thinned out by payroll, and they'll be built around just a few great players if Durant stays. But it hovers over everything that goes on in Golden State, and to say that Durant's free agency did not play any factor in the last 24 hours, it plays a factor in everything.
Also, Golden State will be without Steph Curry for the next 10 days with a strained left groin. He will travel with the team on their upcoming 3-game road trip in Texas. On the scoreboard, Philly debut for Jimmy Butler at Orlando. Butler started, has 8 points on 3 of 4 shooting. 76ers lead the Magic 47-46 in the second quarter. Also in the second, Wizards drilling the Cavs 61-39. End of the first quarter in Boston. Bulls lead the Celtics 24-19. College basketball, number 18 Michigan crushing 8th-ranked Villanova 52-24 in the second half.
Stanford, Cal, the 121st big game. Saturday at 7 Eastern on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Presented by Dr. Pepper.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your...
Give me a hell yeah!
Hard-hitting.
What?
Compelling interviews.
What?
Spot-on predictions.
What?
Statistical analysis.
What? Huh? What?
Okay, so they're none of that. But definitely laying the audio smackdown. It's Wrestling Wednesday on the Kevin Sutton Show.
Yes, it is. Hello and welcome to the Kevin Sutton Show on ESPN 580 Orlando. It is Wrestling Wednesday. Hopefully you got your tighty whities on. Get ready to jump off the top rope because a lot is going on. It's been a while since we had Wrestling Wednesday on the Kevin Sutton Show, but have no fear. We are back. Survivor Series is coming up. But first, don't forget, guys, you can download our podcast, The Kevin Sutton Show, on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Play Music, and many, many other outlets. Spotify as well. Don't forget about that. And you can also find us 24/7 at KevinSuttonShow.com. A lot is going on out there. I'm Dr. Phil. I'll be holding it down while Myra and Kevin are out saving the world like normal. But first, some say this man can grow an afro in 2 weeks. Nikki Football.
That is definitely not true.
Wait, what are you talking about?
No afro.
No?
No.
You can't do a fro?
No, I don't think I could do a fro.
You're lying. You're lying, Nick.
I wish I was. I think it looked dope.
I think an afro would look cool.
I know, right?
Maybe not as Bob Ross fro, but like...
No, that's the thing is that is the danger a guy like me is in. If I do somehow go with the perm, the fro, or whatever it is, I just look like Bob Ross then, and I'm just painting trees left and right.
What's the longest you ever had your hair? Have you ever had it down to your shoulders?
No, gosh, no. No, I'm not a hippie. No. It's usually, I have not kept it that long. I like to keep my lettuce tight.
What about your brother? You ever had his hair long?
Brother has his hair a little bit longer, but still not down to the shoulder or anything like that. I don't know how people manage that. That's just, it's too much upkeep.
I had a huge fro one time, and that's what they used to call me on the air back when I was at the other station.
Fro?
They called me fro. It was a bunch of old white guys, so they weren't very creative.
That's racist.
So they're just
that feels like really racist.
They call, hey, fro, come here. Yeah, that was my name.
Yeah, I don't feel like that would play, and I don't. That makes me uncomfortable.
Whatever. I mean, that's what you know me.
Glad you were a good sport about it.
It's all good. But hey, today is Wrestling Wednesday. It's been a long time since we discussed some wrestling. It's been a huge week. It's been a huge month. It's been a huge couple of months in wrestling, especially with what's going on with Roman Reigns and the WWE. But we'll get into that from the next break. But first, Nick, I did want to ask you, what the hell is going on in Golden State with Draymond Green and Kevin Durant? He didn't kick anybody in the nads, but what's going on with the Draymond right now?
Well,
what's the incident with them?
What happened was at the end of the Clippers game was this Wednesday night, or today's Wednesday, on Monday night. So here's how it plays out. The Clippers and the Warriors are tied. There's about 15 seconds left in the game, and Draymond Green gets a rebound. Kevin Durant calls for the ball. Draymond Green sees him, looks away, keeps the ball, dribbles down to the other side, loses said basketball. The game goes to overtime. During the break between the regulation and overtime, Kevin Durant and Draymond Green kind of get into like a shouting match or whatever. Both guys are upset. The Warriors go on to lose the game, and in the locker room, according to reports, the teammates of Draymond Green kind of confronted Draymond about the way he handled that, and Draymond's response was basically, Kevin Durant wants to leave, so really does it all matter? Like, he called out Kevin Durant on his impending free agency. He basically said, I'm not going to I'm paraphrasing here, I'm not going to patch the ball, just go to the Knicks already. So that played out that way. Kevin Durant left, did not meet with the media. The locker room was kind of messed up. They suspended Draymond Green for the Hawks game last night, so that was one game without pay. The team did that. And now, there's just a lot of discussion as to whether or not those two guys can kind of make up and be on the same team and what's going to happen moving forward.
Well, do you like surprises, Nick?
I do.
Kevin's here. Surprise!
What is up, Kevin?
What's going on, boss man? Oh, my goodness.
You can have your lip disc.
Oh, shicky dicky.
Kevin, do you guys have the bag with you?
Yes, it's propping the door at the moment.
Okay, because I need to get one of the splitters here because I wanted to wait till Myra gets here, but we do have a new intern.
Awesome.
Myra.
Well, Myra, I didn't want to leave the door propped open. I was like, well, Myra, you need to hurry up. But she wanted to talk to Jared Daniels or whatever he calls himself. 600 names. Mr. Annoying on my Facebook.
Yeah.
Was she talking to Jerry? Was she talking to Gerald? Was it Arthur? Who was she talking to?
Yeah, she was talking to one of those guys.
Yeah.
And they were outside yapping it up. I'm like, well, I'm not going to leave the door propped open if you're nowhere close to the door. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and wait a second till I see them moving so I can leave the door propped while she was walking towards the door like any gentleman would do. Yes.
You're a gentleman?
Yes.
Okay.
I had to keep on honking the horn like, hey, y'all could talk later, not now, because there's things to do.
We're ready.
Like talking to my man Nick.
That's
and then
true.
I didn't do cruising this year.
I got my girl Myra.
Oh, no.
Or actually, the commissioner with the ladies' point of view.
Honorable.
Yeah. The commissioner with the ladies' point of view.
Hey. You know what? Can we go back to my original?
Nope.
Yeah.
Austin 316 says
I totally just hit some wrong buttons. Hold on.
No, it is Wrestle Wednesday.
Y'all having a good time out there.
And his name is John Cena.
Oh, yeah. It's been a long time. You know, it is Wednesday. I got some questions for Dr. Phil that we got to make sure we ask. But I do want to remind listeners the Kevin Sutton Show is proudly sponsored by Cruz and Pescara, PA, your personal injury attorney. That's right. Have you been in a slip and fall car accident? Cruz and Pescara, they're a full-service law firm. That's 407-841-0200. Again, Cruz and Pescara, PA, you're not just a client, you're family. Passcode is...
Meh. Now, you know what I want to say? While you were playing your John Cena intro, I got tagged in the old school video that he did.
It's new.
It's new?
Stop it.
It's a new video. Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, the one I shared on your wall with the Sky Vodka?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a new commercial.
Where they're all in white?
Mm-hmm. The boy band?
That's all him.
Yeah.
You didn't realize that was him in each...
I knew it was him. I just didn't know it was new. I thought it was something old.
No, it's
because it was doing the wearing
white
jeans and tank top old school boy band.
Before we go to break, I did want to introduce you guys. We do have a new intern. His name is Cy. He's a film major at UCF.
Cy.
Yeah, it's short
Film
for Siren.
major?
Short for siren?
His real name is Siren. Yes.
Siren, like, ping, ping,
That's
ping,
cool.
ping.
No, like woo 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 woo. Yeah,
That's awesome.
That is his real name. He's a.
So I know what his intro is.
Right.
What is
This is
it?
the sound of police.
That's funny. That's
Okay,
funny. But
no
yeah, I
problem.
just wanted to introduce you
Awesome.
guys
We'll
to him.
get with him when we get back.
So
set
this is
everything
actually a
up.
huge week in wrestling, guys.
Oh, it's a huge week.
It is. It is a huge week.
I have some questions, but I mean, let's go to commercial break because did you ever do Nick's intro?
I did.
Oh, okay.
He did.
The show starts at 8:00.
Yeah. Well, we had a meeting outside, but anyway,
It's a meeting in my pants.
Ew.
Ew. I have a.
I did not attend that.
I want to talk to you about a couple questions I have because I am now caught up on Total Divas. And so when we get back, can we talk girls, women, the Women League? And I also want to talk about John Cena.
All right. John Cena doesn't wrestle no more.
Is he totally done?
Oh, I don't know.
Stop it when we come back.
Uh-oh.
Jeez, you two.
You've heard
Always
it.
about Cena.
And we got new phones finally.
Everybody
I
wants to
know,
talk
I got
about
the message.
Cena.
Who told you?
John Cena.
Gmail.
Stay right there, guys.
All right.
Kevin Sutton Show, all action, all the time on ESPN 580 Orlando.
Warning, warning, warning. You are listening to the Kevin Sutton Show on ESPN 580 Orlando. You have been warned.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we are back in action. Oh, doggy, doggy. And things are doing what they do.
Danger!
Someone turn on the siren, man. Did you say siren? Or siren? Or, okay, I guess that's the only two I know. Is there any other way to say that?
No.
Okay. Siren and siren.
It's like what an SYI.
I don't think it's called. No one calls it siren. Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
man.
Syria. which
You
is
hear the
country,
siren?
No.
That's still not siren.
just like Crown, right? Like Crayon.
I think there's multiple ways to say
I
that.
still don't think there's a siren. I'm sorry.
That's if you-
I get
if you-
you with the siren.
Maybe in Bithlow.
Hey,
Yeah,
there's
he's-
people in
the
Bithlehem.
wall-
Hey there,
she
come
goes to
on
the
here.
Walmart.
Come on, I got one thing to say. Go Magic.
Oh my god.
She's at the Walmart. Hi, my name is Cyrene. I need some cigarettes. Let me get the Pall Mall.
I think you can go to a siren, but there's no. No, I forgot the man's name. What's the man's name?
Who?
Cyrus?
Siren.
Siren?
It's Cy. He likes to call himself Cy.
Man, this is disrespectful.
Kevin has said the wrong name so long.
I did not say
that
it. I
even
said
know.
it's Siren.
Okay.
And I say it.
And
if you're-
siren sounds like a woman.
Yeah, that's what I said. Hi, my name is Cyrene.
Is that your impersonation of a woman?
A country woman. That's why I said Bithlow.
You know, Phil, you just sounded like a guy trying to talk like a woman. I didn't really see woman there.
Well, good.
It's working.
Yeah.
So we'll see how long this guy stays.
He's texting me now. I'm done.
I'm going to go get some coffee. That's the same thing my dad said.
Most people, hold on. Most people actually progress in life, and we're still here.
Wow.
It's okay.
Hey, I've progressed.
That actually
as a
hurt.
group.
Meyer, you said you wanted to discuss some women because I got some big stuff to discuss. So we'll hit
Okay.
you up first.
One, I want to know. So, I want to know why we're still holding on to Nikki and Bella when they're not even relevant anymore in wrestling.
Oh,
Yes, they are.
How?
They're back.
Now they're back? I
Yeah.
thought they were done.
Nope. They're
The
back.
show is garbage, I told you. It's like 2 years behind.
So what's their role now? Are they actually? Because I mean, some of the women that are now competing and so forth are pretty fierce. So what is their new role?
I mean, Nikki Bella just fought Ronda Rousey.
And lost.
Yeah, but she
Okay.
did. She fought Ronda Rousey. It was actually remember I told you they had their Evolution event, their all women's pay per view.
Oh yeah,
it was a
that's
mea
fake.
culpa for what was
Can't go
going
to
on
the
in Saudi Arabia. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we all had that. We all had that issue, but they had their Evolution event, and Nikki Bella fought Ronda Rousey. She did lose, but that was the main event.
That's almost shameful.
What do you mean?
What about Brie? What's going on with her?
She injures people, so she's not wrestling right now.
Yeah, right? What's
Remember
wrong with her?
Remember I told her she knocked that girl out?
Yeah.
She kicked her in the face and just...
What? I mean, but it just seems like, I mean, okay, so, I'm a woman who has children, right? But it seems like ever since she became a mom, her A game was lost.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, and I feel bad.
Yeah.
Because she hasn't been able to get her shape back as much as she's trying.
Yeah.
And it's weird because she was actually always the trim and slim one.
Yeah, she was the
And
fit
Nikki was the one that was a little bit more frumpy.
I wouldn't call her
frumpy,
she
but
was more thick.
No.
But compared to each
I
other,
call it unattractive.
Yeah, Kevin.
compared to each other, when you'd see their, their pictures and stuff, it was clear that Bree was the more
It was
fit.
never clear for me. I mean, they were both two identical twins in my book.
You could tell them apart if you watch wrestling. You could tell them apart because Nikki Bella had bigger assets.
Yes,
You know what
she
I
has
mean?
the fake
Oh,
ones.
yeah,
she
she-
bought
okay.
those. She bought the Nick.
But
she had the two Cenas
Did
up
John
front.
buy them?
Probably.
But what I will say on what Myra's behalf is whenever you watch the show, it's all about Birdie.
The clothing line,
I'm like,
Birdie.
come
and now
on,
they
man.
carry it at WrestleManias and all that kind of stuff now.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm like, who? And not that I don't care. It's just the fact of
I was like, man,
I got
Cyrus,
you.
why you
Cyrus.
it's Cyrene. No, so,
Hi, I'm Cyrene.
it's like, I got you. You're a mom. That's awesome. But you're also a professional wrestler. Let's make this about wrestling. And the show was about the divas and their lives and what they go through. But it should not be a whole show based upon what the little birdie is doing.
Right. I got to tell you, being behind the scenes, which it's never really real, I've lost a lot of respect for Daniel Bryan because he's like a little girl. Like, really. I liked him better when he was
spicy.
like,
Him's feelings
yes,
is hurt.
yes, I like that. Now that I know him, I'm like, ugh, you know?
Well, this might give you a little bit more respect for him.
Okay.
Remember the Saudi Arabia event? John
Yes.
Cena did not go.
Good.
John Cena, he didn't state why, but
just
I have a
wasn't
feeling
available
because of what was going on.
You think he got backlash? Because remember, I told you right after the last time he made that video about equality, and then he sits there and goes to a country doesn't
But he
allow the
didn't
women
go.
to come.
He didn't go the second time.
He just won my heart back,
But
okay?
look, Daniel Bryan was the only other person to say no.
Really?
Daniel Bryan did not go.
That chant doesn't even sound as cool.
What, yes?
No.
Oh.
No.
No, but Daniel
No.
Bryan did not go either.
Okay.
Because of the way they treat homosexuals. He actually said this.
Oh, he
The way-
gave a whole stump speech
He
on
actually
it.
gave a speech about it. The way they treat homosexuals and how Sami Zayn, who was Syrian, was not allowed to go either. So he said
They said he couldn't go.
Yeah, and so that was one reason why he said.
Well, man, you just made me feel bad about
Well,
crushing Daniel Bryan.
That's why I said what I'm about to say might make
You were
have a
saying he
little
put
bit
his
more respect.
things on the mantle, and all of a sudden, like an elf on the shelf, it's in a different location. He has them back in his pants.
Yes,
Well,
he does.
Speaking of elf on the shelf, that little elf Daniel Bryan is now the WWE champion.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he
Really
won. He won on
strange.
Tuesday.
Come on. Can he get
He's
rid of
back.
those bikinis? I'm really tired of the bikinis. I'm sorry. I cannot respect a man in bikinis.
Why do you watch wrestling at all then? Because they all wear bikinis.
Not
baby.
John Cena.
John
No.
Cena doesn't.
He wears-
John Cena comes out like a man.
Jean shorts.
Even though you tried to talk about him running like a duck.
Because he does run like a duck.
Still looks like a man. You know what? When I go to my county office, I'm going to take my Never Give Up. Yes, I am. To my office. Which is this little
You
secret
gonna hang
spot.
it up?
I have it hung up now. It was in my campaign office, wasn't it, Kevin?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
It was there the whole entire
My
time.
autographed hat with my towel.
Oh,
And now that you said that, and now that I'm proud of him again, I'm going to take it to the office.
okay.
Now, can I just tell you, so today I got to see my office,
Uh-huh.
and I'm kind of jealous because the current commissioner who's there, who I'm replacing, he has
Pete
a
Clark?
WWE belt from when WrestleMania was here. And I'm sure he's going to take it
Well,
with him.
we have one too.
Oh, yeah. But it's not the same.
We have the Kevin Sutton Show belt.
I know, but it's not
he
the
has
same.
the WWE.
They have a real WWE
No,
belt.
this is real too.
So did they
You know
give
how
it
much
to
that thing
all the
costs?
commissioners?
Yeah.
So they made 7 belts
Yep.
and 1 for the mayor.
6 belts and 1 for the mayor. But you know how cool, when I saw it, that was the only thing I cared about in his office. I was like, ooh,
I'm gonna have to touch it.
it's really cool.
The belt or him?
Both.
Who handed you this belt? John
right.
Cena.
Well, okay, all
Let
right.
me touch it.
If only I could have won 2 years ago.
Man.
But I still would have missed WrestleMania because I was in the hospital with Lincoln.
Yeah, are we gonna go to Monday Night Raw? January 7th?
January 7th. It's on my calendar.
All right, because I requested off.
Okay.
Even if I have the job, even if I work there anymore, I may not be working there anymore. Depending on what's going on with this insurance company.
Oh my goodness!
But anyway, so this has been a big week in WWE. Actually, it's been a big month for one superstar in particular. You guys, we never really talked about this superstar because she's always just kind of been the workhorse and just kind of just been what's the word I'm looking for? Overlooked.
Okay.
Right? Becky Lynch. Right? She's the Irish.
Related to Pete Lynch?
No. She's Irish.
You know who Pete Lynch is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
She has the Irish.
He wishes.
She has the orange hair. And she recently went through a whole character change.
Yeah. The character change helps sometimes.
At SummerSlam. She was always the good girl.
Yeah.
Good girls
Not
are
no
good.
more.
She's
Not no
a heel.
more.
I don't think you can do the good girl with the orange hair.
Well, it's just the fact that everything it got stale.
It always just turns into an evil leprechaun.
She always got overlooked by Charlotte, overlooked by everybody else. But she recently transitioned into more of a bad person role.
Did she change the color of her hair?
No, she didn't need to. But the thing is, she changed at SummerSlam, and at first it was more of I'm just going to be a straight heel, and then the fans still absolutely loved her anyway. So it's kind of a little morphed into a little bit more of a tweener, which kind of gives me the vibes of 1997 Steve Austin.
Tweener?
A tweener means good guy and bad guy.
Oh, okay.
So
gotcha.
so kind of gives me shades of 1997 Stone Cold Steve Austin, because Stone Cold Steve Austin,
he really was a bad guy, but he was a good bad guy.
People loved him.
He was cool.
a good bad guy.
He was cool.
He was an anti-hero.
Come on, he was cool. You couldn't even worry about him being a heel because he was so cool about it.
And so with Becky Lynch, she gained a huge following now. It's gotten huge.
Oh, her social media
everything has gotten huge. And now since the departure of Roman Reigns, the WWE's now they've been kind of testing the waters,
trying to figure out what to do.
Who their biggest superstar is going to be, which is one criticism that I always gave them, is that
that's never been a girl.
They never prepare.
Well, no, I'm saying they should never just focus on one person, because stuff like this happens.
Yeah,
and then you get people like John Cena, who he's got his wings and he's flying.
Yeah, John Cena's gone, and so
don't say that about him.
What?
Come on,
he's doing more acting or something.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like
and so
he's the Rock version 2.
Mm-hmm. It's actually
2.0.
Actually,
never.
It's maybe 3, because Batista's ahead of him. Anyway,
see the fact that I don't even know Batista as much as I know the Rock.
Really, bro?
Really? I know. I was gonna say really.
One Guardians of the Galaxy movie has made more than any movie that Johnson has ever been.
Hold
in.
on.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Who's a household name?
Both of them are.
No. Cyrus.
Stop.
Siren.
He's not gonna answer you if you
Do you
can't
know
say his name
Batista?
right. He's a wrestling guy too.
Who's bigger? No. You know what? Nick.
There you go.
Can you tune in now?
This is a terrible person to go to.
No, it's actually the right person.
You're perfect.
All right, what's the question here?
Kevin, take it over.
I zoned out 15 minutes ago.
Batista.
Okay.
John Cena.
Actor.
Who do you know more?
I think. Listen, I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy is kind of a big deal here.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I gotta say. I mean, was he in the? I did not see the Infinity Stone Avengers movie. Was he in that one too? He was in that one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. It's Bautista.
The fact that you said Baptista is not even.
Well, that's how his real name is Bautista.
Bautista. Dave Bautista.
But who is more of a household name in America?
It's John Cena, because John Cena had a bigger wrestling career. But
beyond wrestling.
But
listen, like John Cena should not be in this conversation because he made the movie The Marine. There we go.
No.
Bad.
Daddy's.
I'm
what is
actually
it?
with you on that one, Nick.
Daddy's
That movie sucked.
He was not in Daddy's Home.
He was.
He did a DJ Khaled, another one, and he was out. Like he did a Pitbull, Dolly, and it was out. He did a P Diddy, and out.
Okay, at the end of the movie, when he got off that motorcycle and took his helmet off,
the audience went crazy. Yes, they did go crazy, but he was in the movie for all of like 3 seconds. He didn't even have to act.
But you know who I remember out of that movie? Who besides Marky Mark? Who else is in that movie?
This got passionate.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
See, I remember John Cena.
Anyway, I still got to finish talking about Becky Lynch when we get back, because one punch can change everything.
Yes, and please, can the WWE get rid of Paige? I'm so tired of her crying. Her career is over.
They did that with Daniel Bryan. What do you think? They're not going to get rid. Go ahead, Nick. Just shut me off, man. Shut me off.
Winning at pretty much everything except sports radio.
Winning. Oops. Winning.
New You're listening to the Kevin Sutton Show on ESPN 580 Orlando.
Everybody hands go up, and they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, and if you going in, put your hands in the air.
Now I'm mad.
Why are you mad?
Applebee's slipping.
Applebee's.
No, not Applebee's be slipping. Applebee's, one, thank you for what you do for the veterans. They get to eat their grub on, or get their grub on Veterans Day. I like that.
Yeah.
But I was saying Apple cellular phones be slipping because I was like, I would love to change my cell phone series because that name sucks. I like to change it to Dave Chappelle.
That would be funny.
Oh, you want his voice?
But like, hey Dave, and he like, what's up, Kev? Like, tell me some directions.
I do like it, the new series.
I don't know.
It's like, hi, Myra. What can I do to help you?
Series is cool, but I mean, like, the name is just not a real name. Like,
well, if you download Waze, you can have different voices, so like the directions and stuff. You can have like Snoop Dogg or Morgan Freeman give you directions.
Oh, okay,
like
Waze.
Ellen, Waze.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I heard people about using that.
Yeah.
I haven't tried out the because I just got a new iPhone, so I've been.
You got the Max.
I switched for 2 years of torture.
3 years.
3 years. Oh,
3 years.
3 years of
Hey,
torture.
give me your VR goggles since you don't use them no more.
He's never used
I thought
them.
I gave them to you.
No, you didn't.
Are you sure I didn't give them to you, Phil?
Yeah, you sure?
Positive.
Really? Because, he's never used them.
I think I gave them to you, Phil.
Never did. Anyway.
We have to think about that.
Anyway, all right, so we were talking about Becky Lynch. How she's transforming into Stone Cold Becky Lynch, essentially.
I like it.
And so Survivor Series is coming up this week, and there was a huge match planned. Survivor Series is essentially Raw versus SmackDown. So you got all the Raw champions versus all the SmackDown champions. And Becky Lynch is the SmackDown Women's Champion, and Ronda Rousey is the Raw Women's Champion. And they were going to fight each other. And Becky Lynch her promos have been excellent recently. So she's just become this total.
So they've actually put money into her.
Yes,
okay.
And she's been delivering. And I have this little tiny little clip. Nick said we could play it, so if you don't mind.
And I don't care if you're the baddest bitch on the planet, because I'm gonna make you mine.
That's all I wanted to say. But she pretty much owned Ronda in all the promos they had.
That's some great writing.
Yep, and she calls
Is
herself.
he being sarcastic?
How much are they paying for that?
Never know.
But
he was like, and she delivered.
She calls herself the man. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good what she's doing.
Was that
This was last SmackDown.
That was Becky?
Yes, that was
okay.
Becky.
I like that.
And so
she did sound like she was trying to do a little bit of The Rock with some Stone Cold.
Mm-hmm. Next time, call her a loser. That'll be a good one too.
Nick.
Yeah, she should definitely. I mean, Ronda Rousey is just an easy
Can we just
one.
apologize to our wrestling fans?
What are you gonna do?
Hey, listen, we all have our roles to play.
Right.
Okay.
And so last Monday, it was one of the go home shows for Survivor Series, and so essentially all the women invaded Raw. So you got Ronda Rousey beating up, not Ronda Rousey. You got Becky Lynch beating up Ronda Rousey in the background, and eventually all the action spills to the ring. Okay,
yeah.
All the action spills to the ring. There's a big brawl, and then unfortunately Nia Jax, The Rock's cousin, she punches Becky in the face, legitimately.
Ooh.
Breaks her face.
Oh, like. Oops.
She actually broke. We don't know exactly what she broke, either an orbital bone or her nose. But Becky Lynch got up bloodied everywhere.
Ooh.
Right, and so now.
Whoa, Rhonda did that to her?
No, Nia.
No,
Nia. Okay.
And so
the big girl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so now that match is off at Survivor Series. Becky Lynch suffered a severe concussion and either a broken nose or a broken orbital bone. Right. And so so I wanted to have Court Bauer on the show because as a writer,
what do you do when something
pencil
like
in that? The main event, when the event is Sunday, what do you do when this has changed? And now you have all your stuff have to change from Roman Reigns being gone. You have to change everything anyway. So what do you do now when you guys have to scramble? And so now everything is changing. It's a trickle down effect. And you know how I mentioned earlier how Daniel Bryan is now the WWE champion.
Yeah.
Before that, AJ Styles was still champion for a whole entire year. and they were going to have Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles,
which I thought would have been a good one.
Well, they did it last year because Brock Lesnar had the Universal Championship, but now that Brock Lesnar got it back since Roman Reigns is gone.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was supposed to be one of the main events for Survivor Series, but now that Becky Lynch is gone, her match with Ronda was supposed to be the main event. That was supposed to close the actual show over Brock Lesnar. It was going to be Becky Lynch.
But Ronda Rousey is here. She's been doing a great job.
Yes.
I mean, real wrestling to fake wrestling, I think it's all the same. I mean, she's doing a great job. Amazing at what she. There's nothing to really lose for her in this, so I think it's a safe spot.
I gotta disagree. I disagree. I don't like Ronda Rousey really in wrestling because I don't know. I think she's a little too rough for it. You know, and I actually respect her. Don't let Nick listen. He's probably zoned out anyways. But I respect her as the athlete that she was. And to see her now in this capacity and these women, you know, who are wrestling career people, so we know what that means, scripted, are trying to act like they're at the same level as Ronda, and they are not.
Well, you're supposed. I mean, with wrestling, you're supposed to suspend your disbelief. The Undertaker is not actually a dead guy. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but you got to understand that's like taking I don't even know how to compare. Taking, you know, geez, let's think of somebody famous.
Michael Jordan.
Like Michael Jordan and putting him on, you know,
reality basketball show.
Yeah. It's like you would lose respect for the talent that he has. I mean, was she that hard up for money?
No, but she was always a wrestling fan. She got the name Rowdy from Roddy Piper.
And I see the little kilt and all that.
This is one of her dreams.
But you got to understand, Ronda was she was ESPN. She was
But she
huge.
wouldn't have gone to this if she didn't lose her fights.
Not yet. She would have eventually, because she always said she wanted to do this.
But she went out by losing. She went out by losing 2 major matches, and her career was over. And now she's resurrected as a wrestler
to be the best now.
And it's like
they didn't make her earn her spot.
They just said
they just gave it like, hey, it's Ronda Rousey.
Pretty much,
so there's a level of, because you are what you were in the real world, you get to be who you are in our universe. Which,
I mean, they did it with Brock Lesnar.
Well, he's steroid pumped. And then she doesn't. I don't know. She doesn't have that female flair that makes
she's a little harsh on the other girls, and I think the way I feel like when I watched and seen Natty around her, she's like Natty's like acting like a little puppy.
Yeah,
like, you know,
oh my God, it's so great. She's like my new best friend, and we're like competing together. We're like tag teaming, and you know, like come on.
I just don't want to mess up. This is my opportunity.
This is my opportunity to be seen with the best.
Well, I'll give you this: all the matches that Ronda has had so far in WWE, she's delivered. She had the best match at WrestleMania.
There wasn't even no training.
It was written in there.
You know, I know. Deliver. It's not like they're going to let her lose.
Okay, you can still read a script, and it could be good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Well, whether or not.
Please, it's Ronda Rousey. Do you think she was going to legitimately put her name out there and not be the champ?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
he's saying
everything that they've given her, she's done great at.
Well, duh.
Can you do?
She's up here.
Who's done bad going into a match where it just looked horrible?
A lot of people.
Oh, the blonde girl married to the Rusev. What's her name? Oh,
but there's
they get rid of her?
There's a list beyond.
I want to start a
Kevin.
petition. There's 2 people.
Can
I
you
get rid of.
when we're done with this? Can you send me a link to a professional like WWE match, not like some underground stuff, like a WWE match where the script just completely flopped?
I mean,
where
Kevin, I'll have to say, go on YouTube and look up Botchamania.
Botchamania.
Yes, there's hundreds of videos
where it just went completely. Just completely horrible.
And I gotta say, I'm all for women, but Paige and Lana, they've got to go. The WWE can do better. I mean, Lana, honestly, I don't think anybody likes her. You know, and Paige, we get it. You can't wrestle anymore.
Yeah,
we get it.
She may be able to wrestle soon.
What, and go get paralyzed?
I mean, look what happened with Daniel Bryan.
But that's what I'm saying.
But she even said it's a different injury than his.
It is, but
was Daniel Bryan's situation truly what it was? Or was this a nice draw?
I mean, he said he was
like
having
seizures,
scripted.
What they said and what is real. I mean, it's kind of like The Walking Dead and what happened with Rick. It was a whole episode of oops, nope, that ain't happened. Oops, oh wake up. Oops, oh I'm dead. Oops, I'm on the helicopter. It's messed up, man. I just like to know what's real or fake. And I'm thinking Daniel Bryan was faking his injury the whole entire time, waiting for Roman Reigns to get sick.
What?
Okay. All right, wait. When we come back, let's talk to our intern about some of his wrestling stuff. You want to do that? You'll do
Whatever.
that. Okay. All right.
Santa Claus.
You're listening to The Kevin Sutton Show, your number one spot for sports entertainment. What? This is a sports show? A sports show on ESPN? I've heard the show. It sounds like
That goddamn guy. He gets on my nerves. Him and his stinking accent. Is rubbish. Makes me sick. He harasses me in my DMs, man.
I told you to stay away.
Hey, I have a question. Nick, do you still have your TV show?
Pardon?
Do you still have your television show?
It was not my show. I made appearances on the show. Yes, I'm still on from time to time.
What channel is it on?
Channel 13, Spectrum.
Oh, Spectrum? What days are you guys on?
It varies each week. They changed the taping time, so it has they tape the show at a different time now, so it's a little more difficult for me to get there. So I used to be on about 2 times a week. Now it's like once or twice, probably a month or so. Because they tape at 3 o'clock. Obviously, that hurts.
Yeah, you're here.
Yeah, I'm on the air at 4 o'clock.
Well,
so.
guys, I'll be making my Spectrum debut as I have my one-on-one with Yvette Boussois coming up.
Ah,
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Excited. I know.
Man, Myra, how, you haven't stopped smiling since you won.
I know. You don't even know that half of it.
Yeah, I haven't stopped smiling since you
We're
won.
going to Raw, right?
January 7th.
I got to put that in my calendar.
Yeah, I only want to go if we get those nice seats we had last time.
Yeah.
He just wants food. Phil just wants food.
Anyway, nice seats, definitely. Yeah, as we were talking.
I don't have to see anything of the actual event. I just need the food.
No, I actually want to go. So when we were discussing, I just want to recap. I don't know what Lana and Paige, it is just, I'm really tired of the Paige story. Mm-hmm. It's just repetitive. It's over and over and every week.
Well, there's a movie coming out.
About her?
Yes.
You're kidding me, right?
Produced by The Rock.
You're kidding, right?
I am not kidding. It's legitimate.
And by the way, so is Nia related to The Rock?
Yes.
So all she talks about how poor she was. Mm-hmm. She didn't have any money. She'd never been on a jet ski till they went to Lake Tahoe.
Yeah.
And I want to be like, what did The Rock do to them?
Well, Myra, you got to understand, the Samoan dynasty is a very, 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 very big family.
Uh-huh.
And?
Ain't really that close.
They are cousins. But
she ain't really that close.
It's not like The Rock babysitted her or anything.
Okay.
And The Rock didn't really make any money until he was a superstar.
Well, how long has Rock had money? 10 years?
No, I mean The Rock was famous.
Come on.
Famous.
Because when I met him in 2000, he was already famous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
but he was famous for wrestling at that point. He was
maybe 99.
He was the spokesperson for Get Out the Vote for MTV. Him in China. Yeah. That's when I met him. Yeah. That was 2000. He already had some money.
China.
Nia is how old?
34.
34. So 34 minus 20. That's 15 years old. Mm-hmm. She never got to go on a jet ski. She never got to go in a hotel or have her own bedroom.
I think she's a
That's because you don't know how to swim. It's not because you didn't have a choice.
I really feel it's that she's a real distant cousin because the family members.
Well, she's not that distant if she's on the,
the family members that I do know that are a part of the Rock's.
David Moss.
But he doesn't he works there because he likes. David Moss only hires celebrities.
Yeah.
So he's not there by like, oh, he's working there because he's broke. He's the head detail manager for David Moss. So he is in charge of all the detailing of all their cars on their facilities.
I can only see this.
You're fine. So he's not getting $2 to work there.
No, I understand.
But there's pro for ex NFL players, The one guy is like I can't even think of his name right now, but he has a Super Bowl ring. So like,
they have a big family. Even John Cena takes care of his whole family, and that's one of the reasons why he didn't want kids.
He's like, I already got enough children.
Remember what happened to Lamar Odom?
Yeah, exactly.
He had a whole crew. Nobody has to come to me because there's no money over here.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So earlier in the show, I did introduce you guys. We do have a new intern in the show. His name is Siren, and he is also a wrestling fan. Siren, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Go by Cy, correct? correct?
I think Cy probably thinks he's rethinking his internship with us.
It's all right. I ain't coming back here. But you're a wrestling fan too, and normally when we get a wrestling fan in the show, we kind of ask them a few questions just about their fanhood. The biggest one is A, how long have you watched wrestling? B, who is your Mount Rushmore of wrestling?
Oh man, so I kind of grew up with like the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era, of course.
Okay.
I took a break. I think I mentioned this when you stopped by later. I think I said I took a break when Triple H and HBK did like the Little People's Court thing.
The DX reunion stuff.
Yeah, the DX reunion. Like when they did, like the DX reunion I actually liked, but when they did the Little People's Court, I was like, I can't do this.
That was ridiculous. I seen a YouTube video of that one.
yeah. That was when I was like, okay, I gotta grow up. I can't do this.
All right. And, so who's on your Mount Rushmore?
Mount Rushmore, The Rock, first and foremost.
Okay.
It better be.
Yeah.
All right. So you got The Rock.
Got The Rock. Besides the Little People's Court thing, HBK.
Okay. That was great.
Ric Flair, of course.
Ric Flair.
Oh, shooky.
I'm going to throw a curveball. I'm going to throw Edge in there.
Edge?
Yeah.
All right.
Razor's Edge?
No, Edge.
Oh.
Copeland, Edge.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, I was a huge Edge fan.
You're an Edge head.
Yeah, I was a huge Edge head.
That's awesome. See, it's different.
That was a loop.
Different, because I think me and Myra, I think we had the same one. It was Rock, Hogan, Cena, and
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold. I think that was ours.
Did I say Hogan? I don't think I know.
That was me and you.
Yeah, Hogan was not on my plate.
This is before he said the N-word. So it might have been. We did this before he said the N-word. So
okay.
So pull that podcast up.
I know. He'll probably bring it back. Here's the clip, Myra. Here's the proof he said it.
I mean, I can find it. Find it real easy.
I mean, there's a point where what he did will kind of change the history of wrestling, but at the same time, they write history. Mm-hmm. So it's easy for them to write someone out, which was, I mean, crazy when you would go to the website and like there was nothing of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Like the work it took to erase him off the internet.
But I think they did that for show because everything else they still support his
He's
stores.
back now.
Yeah.
He's back.
Well, he's back now, and now it's like he's back. Like he never went away. Like they just cut the switch off on all the links.
Well, rounding out the show, Survivor Series is this weekend. Mm-hmm. Champions versus champions. This is Raw versus SmackDown. I did mention that Becky Lynch is out of the Ronda Rousey match, so they had to find a fill-in, and Charlotte is the fill-in for Becky Lynch. So this is Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair. Now, this was rumored to be the WrestleMania 35 next year's main event, so we may get WrestleMania early.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar will be fighting Daniel Bryan. And you also have the traditional Survivor Series teams versus teams.
I wonder, do you get to go full blast?
What about Naomi's
when
husband?
you have somebody with an injury?
He's in one of the tag matches.
Okay, I like him.
Kevin,
I was saying when you have somebody like Daniel Bryan, that's a huge person in the WWE. Mm-hmm. Do you allow that match between him and Brock Lesnar to go full speed?
You got to be careful, especially with his injury. You got to communicate.
If it's all real,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
because Brock Lesnar can throw him easily if he wanted to, and break his neck if he
all the way across the ring,
which he probably will, because Daniel Bryan's a glutton for that.
Yeah,
So
I like that guy.
This
I do like him.
So you have the network?
Yeah.
Good.
He tried to closet himself. He tried to put himself in the closet. You can't come in with me, bro.
Nah.
It ain't gonna happen, man.
Yeah, Kevin's so far in the closet, he's finding Christmas presents.
As long
I'm a closet
as there's
wrestling
no
fan.
panties involved. As long as no panties.
Well, you don't remember Wrestle-Roos?
Wrestle-Roos.
Kevin, let's get out of here.
Come on, man. Hey,
I need a couple petitions, okay?
Bill, can I
Paige,
correct you on one thing?
Lana.
When you said Ronda had like the best match at last year's WrestleMania,
No, yeah, who was it?
I'm gonna give it to Charlotte and Asuka.
Okay, I like
Ooh.
Ronda.
What's happened to
Okay.
Charlotte? She done?
Yeah.
They're still there.
hey, man. I love you guys. Keep on doing what you do. Remember, like Phil always says,
Okay.
download and subscribe.
I did it already.
Idiot. Love you guys. Maya with the commissioner with the ladies' point of view. My man Cyree.
The honorable.
My man. My man Dr. Phil and Just Nick. Appreciate you guys. KevinSuttonShow.com. All action all the time. ESPN.